that if you have to bring your liquor shops back onto the highway, pay 25% extra.
हेलो एवरीवन, दिस वीडियो विल बी इन इंग्लिश रादर देन इन हिंदी. मेरी रेगुलर वीडियोस हिंदी में होती है, लेकिन आज जिनसे मैं बात करने वाला हूँ ही विल बी एक्चुअली कम्युनिकेटिंग इन इंग्लिश, सो आई विल बी कीपिंग दिस होल वीडियो इन इंग्लिश. इट्स रादर सिंपल. इफ यू आर a tad bit aware of English, you can actually understand. So during my Ford Cartesy Drive, which I did from Ludhiana to Kolkata, the first leg, I met a few people who are actually doing some sort of selfless work towards the society related to road safety or awareness of traffic. Mr. Harman from Chandigarh is one of those guys who has actually done that. If you remember the liquor ban thing that happened a few years back, where Supreme Court ordered that no one can sell liquor near 500 meters of highway. उसके बाद में it was followed by various things, but that particular thing was advocated by Mr. Harman. Let's talk about him. Let's talk to Mr. Harman and ask क्यों ऐसा उन्होंने किया and why actually Mr. Harman came into this. Why he actually want to work selflessly for road safety or traffic awareness.
See, this is a very important question as why we get into any field. So I got into this field of road safety, you can say by accident. Why I'm saying by accident? Because I myself met with a road accident way back in '96. But that's a long story. That's now 22 years back. But I am working in this field for more than 10 years now. So I started in 2005. So my first project was with Chandigarh Traffic Police, and then subsequently I've been working closely with international agencies like WHO, Global Road Safety Partnership, and we've done certain projects for World Bank also. I'm still working on it. And incidentally, this word liquor ban was coined. I don't know how it was coined, but somebody probably from the media did it. So it was never a ban. Drink driving is one of the major causes of road crashes. The latest report by the WHO, which says that the percentage of road crashes in which drink driving is involved, they are averaging around 30%. But when it comes to India's data, it is just 3 to 4%. If we go by that report or by the report by the Ministry of Transport, Government of India. So, and similarly, there are reports by PGIMER, that's Postgraduate Institute of Medical Research, Chandigarh, and NIMHANS, Bangalore. So, if you go by that, it's between 30 to 40%. So, that is the difference. So, it shows that we are not recording this issue at all. We are missing on the third very important component, which is easy availability. So that's why we had filed that PIL, and it was not based on my imagination. It was also based on the advisories by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway, Government of India, which has been writing to the states since 2004 that they should not give licenses to liquor shops along the highways. But none of the state complied with that. So, based with this information, we had moved the Honorable High Court, Punjab and Haryana High Court. The court ordered that the liquor vans should neither be visible nor accessible from the highways. So it was that's how it started. But within days, not even a week went by, that both the states of Punjab and Haryana, they moved the Honorable Supreme Court. And they said that we'll keep the liquor vans away from the national highways, but we should be allowed on the state highways, which is illogical. But the case went on for more than 2 years, and then came the direction that liquor vans should be 500 meters away. Then came that storm in which everything got closed. Even you can say the legitimate businesses like hotels which had rooms. So for some reason the governments stepped up and cancelled even the bars of residential areas. that were close to the highways. So it seems it was a planned move to create negativity around the whole issue. So and within few days, just 3 months or so, came a new twist that the municipal areas are exempted,
Yeah.
and that just changed the entire scenario. So if you travel in the northern states of Punjab, Haryana, or any other state, so you would say that all the liquor vends, they're back on the highway.
Back on.
And interestingly, when this order was announced, so within days, the state of Haryana advertised that if you have to bring your liquor shops back onto the highway, pay 25% extra. Right? So that's a very clear indicator that the state itself knows that there's more sale on the highway.
True.
So who are the buyers? It's very clear. People who are using the road. The stiffest resistance that we are getting, even now, is from the states.
States, they are not ready.
Now they want to be on the highway, because after that Supreme Court order, it's not that this issue has been closed. We are back in the High Court, so it's already 2 years again.
Again,
So we have asked for a very simple thing. There is something called the Control of National Highways, Land and Traffic Act of 2002, which very clearly says that if any business has to operate on the highway, they need to take permission from the Highway Authority of India, that is NHAI. And now the current scenario is that hundreds of liquor vends have opened up along the highways, and none of them has taken permission from the Highway Authority, and NHAI does nothing about it. They are supposed to take action against them, and it's been 1 year that we have been requesting them. The issue is in the court, but they are doing nothing. So many different government departments are involved in this, but except police, most of them remain silent. And nobody, even media also rarely focus on them. So it entirely comes to the police. And besides this, the second important part is having safe roads. So as we are driving along, so you see that even the highways, the national highways, so the kind of risk which is involved, let it be potholes, let it be an under construction zone, which is not at all lit up. So if you are driving from A to B and you are on a new route, so you are full of risks. So anything can happen at any time. And what they do is, like if it is an under construction zone, they'll put a ribbon there, which is not enough. So if you go by their contracts, so then they have to ensure that if there is a diversion, it should be clearly visible. One should be able to make out that you need to slow down. Similarly, as I was telling, so if a business has to operate on the highway, so they need to take or give permissions. It has been done intentionally so that everybody doesn't open up a business on the highway. It is very important. The point you are making is very important. That is, it has to be evidence based, and we should tell them the reasons as why they should do this and what are the risks involved. Because otherwise, if I just tell somebody that, okay, wear seat belt, one would say, like, why? What is the problem? That let's say I've been sitting in the car for 10 years and I had never put it on. So nothing has happened. So मैं क्यों डालूं भाई? So if we give them examples, we show them, like, what happens अगर आप 40 या 50 की स्पीड पे जा रहे हो and suddenly you come to a stop, what would happen? Even like while doing an awareness campaign without any support equipment, you tell somebody to just walk fast and stop suddenly. So like one would understand that I'm falling. So these examples, they do make a difference. So let it be in any manner. For example, if I'm telling somebody to wear a helmet and I tell him to hold, let's say, a mobile and hit it on his head, he'll do it very slowly, very cautiously. right? So ask him why are you doing this way? So naturally the reply would be that I don't want to get injured. So if you don't want to get injured like this, would you like your head to be hitting the road?
Yeah.
So that is important. The message that I want to give through you is that if we want to see India as a developed country, so we need to show people that okay, we are disciplined people, and it is first visible on the road. So anybody coming, let's say I'm a businessman, I'm based out of let's say Europe or anywhere else in the world, I come down to India and I see what's happening on the road.
Yeah.
So I would have a very negative impression.
Sure.
So we should start doing that, and that would start changing our behavior as a whole. So if we are the way we are moving on the road, that would change the way we think. That would make us better humans, better people, better Indians, better citizens.
Following road rules, traffic rules, rather is something about being courteous and being disciplined.
Yes, and that would make us courteous in everything that we do. For example, if I'm honking, right, it is something which is considered rude.
तो ये बातें हुई मिस्टर हरमान सिद्धू से। इन सर को देख के मुझे जो है हौसला मिलता रहता है। आफ्टर रिसीविंग सो मच ऑफ थ्रेट्स ही स्टिल कंटिन्यूज टू वर्क टुवर्ड्स द सोसाइटी फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ सोसाइटी एंड रोड सेफ्टी। इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो वी गोना मीट ए पुलिस ऑफिसर इन दिल्ली जो कि वीडियोस बना रहे हैं इंटरनेट पे, जो कि उनका काम नहीं है। उनका काम सिर्फ रोड सेफ्टी से रिलेटेड बात की चीज़ें बताना है और ट्रैफिक इन्फॉर्मेंट्स करना है, लेकिन वो कुछ एक्स्ट्रा कर रहे हैं और वो भी आपको बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा। आई होप दिस वीडियो इज़ समथिंग दैट यू लाइक्ड, और अगर आपने लाइक किया तो शेयर वगैरह भी आप कर सकते हैं। कमेंट कीजिए कैसा लगा है। अगली वीडियो के लिए दोस्तों हेलमेट पहनिए, सीट बेल्ट पहनिए, सुरक्षित चलिए। धन्यवाद।